Hello everyone. Let us see about the need for modulation in this video. I am Dr. T.M. Inbamalar, working as professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, R.M.K. College of Engineering and Technology. The message signals have a very low frequency due to which these signals cannot be transmitted over long distances. Hence, such low frequency message signals are modulated over the high frequency carrier signal due to the following reasons: increase signal strength, reduction in the height of antenna, avoids mixing of signals, increases the range of communication, multiplexing is possible, effective power radiated by antenna, wireless communication is possible. So now let us see all this in detail. First, let us consider increase in signal strength. The message signals have a very low frequency due to which these signals cannot be transmitted over long distances. Hence, the message signal's strength should be increased so that it can travel longer distances. The most critical requirement of modulation is to increase signal strength without affecting the signal parameters. Now let us consider the reduction in height of antenna. When the transmission occurs over free space, the antennae radiate the signal and the receiver receives it. For the effective transmission of a signal, the height of the antenna should be at least quarter wavelength in length. The minimum antenna height required to transmit a baseband signal of frequency f is equal to 10 kHz is calculated as follows. Minimum antenna height is equal to lambda by 4. We know C is equal to F lambda. If we use that relation, we will be getting the minimum antenna height is equal to C by 4F. We know C is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, and substituting the given frequency, we are getting the minimum antenna height is 75 kilometer. So this antenna height is practically impossible to install. So now let me take another example. Consider a modulating signal at f is equal to 1 megahertz. So the frequency previously we considered 10 kilohertz. Now we are increasing the frequency to 1 megahertz. The minimum antenna height is given by lambda by 4 equal to C by 4F equal to 75 meters. So this can be installed practically. So thus we understand modulation reduces the height of the antenna. Next, modulation avoids mixing of signals. Suppose we have transmitted some baseband signals by multiple transmitters, then all the signal will be in between the same frequency band. That is in between 0 to 20 kHz, which result in mixing of signals and the receiver will not be able to separate them. But if we modulate all the signals with different carriers, then the signals will have different frequency range so that they can be easily separated at the destination. Thus, we can conclude modulation avoids mixing of signals. Next, modulation increases the range of communication. The low frequency message signal cannot travel much longer distance during transmission as the signal gets attenuated. The attenuation reduces with the increase in frequency of the transmitted signal. If we increase frequency, then attenuation gets reduced. The modulation process increases the frequency of the signal to be transmitted. Therefore, it increases the range of communication. Next, due to modulation, multiplexing is possible. Multiplexing is a process in which two or more signals can be transmitted over the same communication channel simultaneously. This is possible only with modulation. The multiplexing allows the same channel to be used by many signals. Hence, many TV channels can use the same frequency range without getting mixed with each other, or different frequency signals can be transmitted at the same time. Now let us consider effective power radiated by antenna. Power radiated by an antenna is proportional to 1 L by lambda square, where L is the length of the antenna and lambda is the wavelength of the signal which is to be transferred through the antenna. This relation clearly shows that when signals having a low frequency and high wavelength is transmitted directly, the power radiated by the antenna is very low and the signal will vanish after traveling some distance. Hence, to transmit such signals over long distances, we superimpose these low frequency signals over the carrier signal having a high frequency and short wavelength, so that the power radiated by the antenna of the same length will be very large. Next, wireless communication is possible because of modulation. Modulation eliminates the need for wires in communication systems. As a result, the modulation technique has aided in the advancement of wireless communication systems. Thank you.